What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the BrandonJaneauShow. I am Brandon if you did not know. Also, you can find this podcast, all podcast episodes, on all podcast platforms everywhere. Also, social media, TikTok, Instagram, BrandonJaneauShow on both sites. And also YouTube channel, BrandonJaneauShow. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, for real, for real. Let's get into it. So, this will not be a part of my podcast, but I wanted to start it. I am creating a new series, pretty much, and it's called Bleed Black and Gold. And it's gonna be for Saints fans, Who That Nation. If you're a Saints fan, New Orleans Saints fan, football. This is the new show that I'm creating. Hopefully, this upcoming NFL season, I will have my brothers, my real brothers, a part of the show. My dad, a part of this show. And we're gonna talk about the Saints, man. We're gonna talk about the games that's going on, everything that's going on. And so this is the preview show of that. I don't have them with me tonight, so I'm gonna have to do it on my own. But I want to just talk about the Saints, man, and I am looking forward to this upcoming season. So all in all, the Saints last year sucked. I think they were what 7-10 last year. Clearly missed the playoffs. Didn't even win a division. Just a lot of bad play early in the season kind of cost us. Yeah, injuries too, but the quarterback situation just was never right. And yeah, it just didn't. It just wasn't a good season. You had also the suspension of Alvin Kamara always hanging around. Like I said, health was always a massive concern, particularly in the receiving core. Jarvis Landry was always out. Michael Thomas played 3 games last year and literally didn't even play anymore after that. Um, I can't even say he played 3 fucking games. I think he played 2. Um, no, he played 3. He played 3 because we played like Tampa week 2. So yeah, all in all, the season sucked. We had like 3 different quarterbacks starting and shit. 4, I think. Like it was just a terrible season. But this season, off-season moves that I could remember off the top of my dome is one obviously is Derek Carr coming to the New Orleans Saints and coming to New Orleans from Las Vegas. The best thing about the that decision is that we didn't have to trade for him. The Raiders released him. He signed with us for 4 years. Now, I do my show, my brother Juan, Jack's Wild on uh it's all Jack's Wild YouTube channel. Go watch all our episodes of the previous draft, the mock drafts that we just did and everything. Follow him on Instagram, All Sports Talk, Raider Loco 91. Um, he's a Raiders fan, so he has seen Derek Carr's career for a good bit. It's been all the games, everything since Derek Carr's been there, and it feels like here's the thing. I'm not mad at the fact that we got Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr was the best quarterback in the conversation. Like he was the best free agency quarterback, and we got him. That's a pretty good feeling. Did I ever think we had a chance to get Lamar Jackson? Lamar Jackson? Maybe, kinda, but I think the Ravens would have wanted an arm and a fucking leg for that dude. So no, I didn't really want Aaron Rodgers. I never really wanted Aaron Rodgers. I feel like dude's on a decline. To be honest with you, I think he's the time. I think he's the cliff. I think he's on a cliff, like Max Kellerman said Tom Brady was. I think Aaron Rodgers is literally on the cliff. Um, hmm, what else? But yeah, I thought for what we got Derek Carr for 4 years, that's a little steep. But for what he can come and do right now, I think everybody's so gun ho on Aaron Rodgers being the guy that changes the Jets. Nobody's really talking about the Saints and Derek Carr, and I think because Aaron Rodgers has this legacy that he has, but he's only got one fucking ring. Like nothing's changed really for Derek Carr. I mean Aaron Rodgers, but Derek Carr coming to the Saints is gonna be interesting because Our offense, yeah, last year sucked. We barely had a run game. We barely had a passing game. Clearly, like I said, we had a bunch of injuries from quarterbacks. And now you hear that his old head coach John Gruden is retooling the offense with him pretty much and turning it into a West Coast offense, which I don't think the Saints has ever had a West Coast offense, which is going to be pretty interesting because I think us now having now that the Saints also now have Sean Payton back in the NFL, you can't run Sean Payton's plays. That shit sounds very dumb. So they were going to have to flip. They're going to have to fix this offense at some point because now you got Sean Payton running Sean Payton plays in Denver, but yet we're going to run them same plays in New Orleans. That shit don't make no sense. So you have to switch the offense. That is one reason why I'm looking forward to seeing how this is going to look. Because what's the roles for everybody in this offense? And Derek Carr being one pickup is a good situation. But I like our draft. I think our draft was really fucking good. The first three picks, amazing. Um, Brian Brzee from Clemson, defensive tackle. I think he comes in and fits perfectly in our defense. Um, you're learning from Cam Jordan. That's a hell of a guy to learn from. You also got Sanders that we picked up from Kansas City. So it feels like this is going to be the particular set of defense that might change it. And again, our linebacker core is stacked. It's pretty good. Mario Davis is still there. You got uh, Pete Warner who popped up and showed up last year, his second year. Hopefully, continues to have those types of that type of season, upcoming season. Then you also have D'Amico Jackson, who we drafted last year from Appalachian State, who didn't even get a chance to play because he tore his ACL in practice. You still got Zach Bryan from Wisconsin that we've had for a long time. Let's see if he could finally get himself engaged. Um, and also with Kendrick Ellis now going to Atlanta, we're gonna kind of need Carolina. He went somewhere, but that's gonna be a massive pickup. That's a massive thing. Our cornerback, our secondary room is pretty fucking good. Tyrann Matt, Tyrann Matthew still there. Marcus May still there. But you added to the fact that we add Smoke Monday, who we also drafted last year, who also tore his ACL, and then played for Auburn last year. Comes from Auburn, who we drafted last year. He didn't even play. Now you got Alante Taylor, who we did draft last year, and once he finally got healthy and he got on the field, holy shit, he's really good. And then you go into the Marshawn Lattimore's, still there, and then you add into the fact that you know Paul Debo is still there, so we still got a secondary that is ready to rock and roll. I think our defense is going to be one of the best defenses in the league. I do not sit here and question our defense. I think our defense is amazing. Our offense is the question, and that is going to be the biggest question. With Jamal Williams, we still got Mark Ingram, which is kind of interesting. I didn't even know we still had Mark Ingram, but I think he's going to be helping Kendrick Miller kind of get up to speed and Jamal Williams. But all of them are learning this new offense together. And we still got Alvin Kamara, which, like I said, last year his suspension was kind of up in the air. We didn't know. Now this year his suspension is still up in the fucking air, and we don't know. So whenever they do pull the trigger on that, we will have now Mark Ingram still be there. We will have Kendrick Miller still be there. We will also have Kendrick Miller, Mark Ingram, and Jamal Williams. That is Jamal Williams, who, by the way, led the NFL in touchdowns last year, rushing touchdowns, coming from Detroit. The biggest question isn't the running back, isn't even the offensive line to me. It is literally the receiving room. I do not know who the fuck is number two. Chris Olave is one. That's kind of obvious. But who the fuck is two? And and I know people are gonna say it's Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is one, or Michael Thomas is two. I don't trust Michael Thomas anymore. He's either injured or he doesn't. He acts like he doesn't want to fucking be there. I don't like my receivers or my players that have no interest in sometimes when he gets injured, you call out the organization and say, well, y'all treat me bad. It's like, that's the Kawhi Leonard shit. Like, no, San Antonio was kind of like, we don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. And I don't think the Saints knows really what the fuck is wrong with Michael Thomas. I think he doesn't even know what the fuck is wrong with him. Chris Olave is one. Rashad Shaheed is clearly slot, but we need a number two. And with DeAndre Hopkins being a free agent, I don't know if he comes to New Orleans. I don't know. Can't even sit there and act like he will. But if he does decide to come there, that would free up Michael Thomas to do whatever the fuck Michael Thomas needs to do. So for me, I don't know what the Saints are going to look like this season. I don't know. They defensively are going to be great. Offensively is such a fucking I don't know because that receiving core. Juwan Johnson is also another player. It's Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill and Juwan Johnson being tight ends, but more so Juwan Johnson. He showed a lot of flashes last year. If he could continue that path and continue to play the way that he played last year, the trade for trading Adam Troutman to Denver, great decision. Taysom Hill is going to be used as a dual quarterback, but he's also going to play tight end. And we also just signed Jesse James today to the Saints roster for tight ends. And we also got Foster from the Raiders, who's played with Derek Carr a couple years. And I'm happy that he's okay. He's back. I know he was diagnosed with cancer. I don't know if he's in remission or not. I don't know. But yeah. All in all, the defense I feel like is gonna be ready. The offense is still gonna be something to be questioning. I don't know what's gonna happen with the offense. I cannot tell you guys. For me, the game I'm looking forward to this upcoming season, um, is Detroit. We play Detroit this year, and I think we go to. I think Detroit come to us, or we go to Detroit. I think Detroit comes to us. Yeah, we play Detroit this season. I think Detroit's gonna be such a great team this year that people that are trying to act like they're not gonna be good, you're shitting yourself. Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Detroit is going to be ready. Now, do I think Detroit's gonna? Did I lose a little bit of faith in them when Jameson Williams kind of, you know, did that stupid shit? A little bit, but I still think Detroit is too damn good. They're too high powered. I actually think Week 1 against Kansas City, they're gonna beat them. I just feel like Detroit's a really good fucking team, and us playing Detroit this season, Dan Campbell coming back from Dan Campbell, former assistant to Sean Payton, being a part of the New Orleans staff. They always got New Orleans players on Detroit, like everybody does. I know people are sitting and say, well, Brandon, that's the NFL. Everybody gets players from some place. But New Orleans particularly, they go and find Gardner Johnson is in Detroit now. Like you got Anthony Glenn, who was a part of the staff when we got Gardner Johnson in New Orleans with Dan Campbell. So I'm looking forward to that game. I cannot wait to see what that game's gonna look like. Us versus Detroit, that's gonna be so much fun. Um, the game that I'm least interested in, oh man, to me, the game I'm least interested in is Tampa, both Tampa Bay games. I'm so disinterested in these games. They made this to be the biggest rivalry of all time when Tom Brady came here, and Tampa Bay is now back to being Tampa fucking Bay. like, like this is why I never had hype in Tampa. What the fuck they won a trophy? It was 2020. Shit was weird that fucking year. Do we really claim? Do we really say every motherfucker won in 2020? It kind of feels a little weird that the franchise kind of shit the bed after that. I then. So yeah, 2020. Congrats, nigga. I don't. Fuck. Congrats, nigga. I don't. I'm about to sit in and give you motherfuckers praise. Like fuck that. I'm not happy. I'm not looking forward to these Tampa Bay games because we're gonna beat the shit out of them. I already know we are. So yeah. All in all, man, I hope this season for the Saints is gonna be great. Like I said, I'll be back when the season starts. Hopefully with my brothers and my pops. and uh hopefully we do something for you guys, man. Until then, I'm Brandon Janu. Hope you guys enjoy this. Peace.